When you come from a certain place, them no show love.
Welcome to ReggaeMedia Media. Big news in dancehall today. The gully god himself, David Brooks, aka MAVADO, is officially back in Jamaica after 7 long years for sure. This one is one of the most anticipated homecomings in a long time in dancehall, right? Since VybzKartel released from prison. And I would like to know what some of you guys think in the comment section about MAVADO return to the island and what it could mean for his career and, for dancehall as a whole. As we all know, MAVADO is one of Jamaica's most respected and internationally recognized dancehall artists, right? And touching down on local style again, making his first appearance in Jamaica since 2018. The Gully God was spotted shortly after his arrival at a hotel in Kingston in a boardroom meeting alongside government officials, right? Abrock Fitz Henley and Delano, who also served as a member of parliament for St. Andrew North Central MAVADO home turf. And that meeting was extremely special because, MAVADO isn't just a musical figure. He's one of the most influential voices from that community, and seeing him sit down with government officials, that send a powerful message. This is more than just a visit back to Jamaica. It's really a reconnection, and it shows that MAVADO is coming home with respect, and the support of the current administration, Andrew Holness led administration, and possible even just open up some part to contribute back to his community and the development, in his community and by extension Jamaica, and MAVADO name carries heavy weight both here, and especially in that community, the Gully side, you see me, and for years he has been seen as a hero who made it out, out of the ghetto, and so him represent the struggles and the hope and the power of Cassava Peace and them place there, so for MAVADO to return the way he has and does, it's legally, emotionally and personally, it's a full circle moment, because he has been through it. And first and foremost, MAVADO is probably taking some time right now to reconnect, with his family, friends and the community, as I said, especially after so many years away. And there's no place like home, everybody have to come back everybody have to come back a yard at one point. And after so many years in the US, and traveling and all of those things, just to breathe Jamaican air again, I know that the Gully God must feel happy, for the back on the ground. So, but musically, many fans are already excited, and myself, we might see some exclusive interview from none other than Anthony Miller, AR, or even on stage with Winfred Williams, or even The Fix, where MAVADO can finally share his story in full details on his own terms, what he feels like he want to share with, how much he want to open up, or whatever the case is. And another thing that I've been thinking about is, what about a MAVADO homecoming concert? Just imagine that, MAVADO live in Jamaica for the first time in years, celebrating his return with the Gully side. Massive. It would be one of the most emotional and historic events in dancehall. Just like VybzKartel Freedom Street when he was released from prison, and then boom, big homecoming for the world boss. And who knows, we might just get to see a surprise appearance from VybzKartel himself. It's not impossible that the former rivals could share the stage in support of each other. That would send shockwave through Jamaica, reminding Jamaica of the Sting days. When them used to go at it. So we need a VybzKartel and MAVADO tour, and we need them on stage for really put on some strong performances together. And now, for those who have been under the rock, a big part of why MAVADO stayed away from Jamaica was the lingering legal issues. Back in 2018, there was a warrant issued for his arrest following an assault-related incident. And at the same time, the country was shaken by the high-profile murder case involving his son, Dante Brooks. The entire situation left MAVADO cautious about, returning, and both because of his safety and, police want to hold on upon him, and they would and they could You know what I mean? And that would just make matters even worse. However, that chapter took a major turn in March 2025 when the Court of Appeal overturned Mavado's son Dante Brooks' conviction, clearing the youth of murder. And you know what I mean, so the Brooks family closed out that chapter there, and the judgment was actually delivered by Justice Marva McDonald Bishop, who interestingly, you know what I mean, presided over the historic July 31st, 2024 Court of Appeal decision that dismissed a retrial for Vybz Kartel and his co-accused Sean Storm, Madsus, and Cairo. But Cairo is still in prison right now on separate charges and stuff like that. So the Privy Council did overturn cartel thing, and so them do the same. The Court of Appeal do the same thing for Mavado's son. So in a way, the same court that freed Vybz Kartel and gave him back his future, everything that we're seeing Vybz Kartel achieving right now, also gave Mavado son and even Mavado himself peace. And so anyway you take it's like Kartel and Mavado always have something in common. You know what I mean? So I just saw them thing they go. But maybe the universe just aligning aligning them or something. Who knows? But right now it's all about Mavado and Mavado return, and you know what I mean, and the people are show Mavado love, and we see him on the roadside a drink. I support the vendor them, you know what I mean, the man them we sell them coconut, buy coconut jelly, drink some water, wash off your heart. And them style it. You know what I mean? And to be honest, Mavado returning home now feels like a rebirth, not just personally but artistically, right? It's been a long time since the Gully God has been, touched down, and Mavado has matured over the years, and worldwide, you know what I mean, he has learned a lot, right? Because even though he never touched Jamaica, him did still travel go other places, and that kind of experience just add more depth to his creativity. And we saw that when his son Dante was released from prison, and Mavado dropped the hit song God Not Sleep, and you know what I mean, the music scene has changed a lot since 2018. When Mavado was in Jamaica and things. So there's a whole new wave of talent right now from, Skeng, Valiant, and Malidan and Nigeria, and all of them other youth that we are really finding the new sound of dancehall, and I would like to see Mavado link up with some of those youths and possible, just do some work. Who wouldn't want to see that, you know what I mean? So, because Mavado name, as we know, still carry heavyweight boy, a legendary status, you know what I mean, and the Gully God helped shape dancehall from the early 2000s alongside Vybz Kartel, Bounty Killer, Idonia, and all of them, and that foundation is what modern dancehall right now is still built upon, you know what I mean, and his return can help to bridge the gap between the young youths them, you know what I mean, just like how we say Vybz Kartel work with the young youths them, Mavado touch back down, work back with the young youths them the same way him used to work with Alkaline, you know what I mean, back in the days. And you know what I mean, the roots and culture type of thing. So, and speaking of roots and culture, Chronic's new album is a masterpiece and a phenomenal body of work. Chronic's channel Bob Marley, Gregory Isaac, and Dennis Brown, and all of those great men, you know what I mean, and Chronic's paid homage to those great artists on his album. And if you weren't listening to the album and heard that, then I really don't know what you were listening for. And if you didn't listen to the album and feel that nostalgia, you know what I mean, like from some of the songs that sounds like Bob Marley and all of that, then I mean, to me, a lot of people might have issues with that or whatever the case is, but to me personally, I feel like it's a great body of work that show, you know what I mean, total respect and stuff like that, and I love to see it and I love to hear it, you know what I mean. So back to the Gully God, as I say, this move couldn't come at a better time. Dancehall right now is global again. Artists like Shensia and Skilly Bang are opening up international doors, you know what I mean. Plus them have one of the biggest songs in the world right now, Shake It to the Max, you know what I mean, touching the Billboard #1 and Afrobeat charts and all of these things. Hundreds of millions of streams, and what meanwhile Vybz Kartel continue to dominate headlines worldwide, you know what I mean, selling out arenas, selling out stadium, all of these other things. So MAVADO re-entry back into Jamaica does carry some weight, and you know what I mean, Gully God can start do some work on the ground with the youth them, and some mad music can start come out of dancehall again from the Gully God. You see me? So let me know what you think in the comment section. You know what I mean? Owen Allen Media, we keep you informed.